I got a blind date with destiny. A Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on a planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. But your luck with sleep, go home, the biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last lap, the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some. Newspaper boy, dog, fetch me my slippers. Feed me, do the dishes if you need me. Everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. While I'm holding on to long-term solutions to that notion that everything must go, be shown off, be bad, be thrown into the lions as if the crowd cares. Some are born like us, most are born like them. Some will live to the fullest, some will die in the system. Just trying to live them out, see I admire the missing, acquire the license to listen with the fire to. So where's my welfare? Where's my healthcare? Where's my sandwich? There's my sandwich. So spin doctors spinning.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets playing here in Houston. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. In the corner, Smith with it. And that one comes up a bit short. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Cavaliers on D. And Harden with the stop.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Irving. Pulls up. Again, Irving missing.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on. Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
They get it again. For Cleveland, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Rockets, LeBron James.
Free throw good, James. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Kevin Love. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's LeBron missing.
I like that creativity, double clutching and catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. The dish now to Thompson. Howard with the steal. Here's Monty Eunice. That 3 off the mark. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Smith drives in, and he gets it to go. Here's Beverly. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Beverly. Passes to Montejunas. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Irving attacking. Shumpert passes to Thompson. For three, Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And it's Beverly missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Shumpert, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for LeBron. James Jones, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Brewer dishes to Beasley. Houston moving it around. Houston gets it back. Kicks it out to Terry. Feeds it to McDaniels. Back to Terry. In the corner, it's Brewer. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Capella. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes the first.
At the line for your Rockets, KJ McDaniels.
And McDaniels drops them both. Mozgov, a screen on Terry. Outside, Jones. Here's Love. He feeds it to Mozgov. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's LeBron. And it's sent back by Howard.
That's something they need to do more.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Beverly. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires from 18. Here's Howard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
No good from Irving.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
And, Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
And the Rockets making a change here. Moniunas has checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Houston in the lead. Dishes to Beverly. Sinks the three-pointer. Beverly's got 6.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
The feed to Smith. The offensive rebound. Smith on the wing. Love in the post. Working on Moniunas. Rebounded by Howard.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department.
Oh!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that.
Rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Beverly. And another 3 for Houston.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years as they have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
It's tipped. Moniunas with the steal. And now in transition is Brewer. Here we go.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
For three, Smith.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's McDaniels. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really...
And so that brings the first half to a close. The Rockets on top as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half. Defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop it.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor.
And Kevin, Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Clark.
That's good, Clark. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Thompson are up front. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot.
I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the... And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for James. And it's Jefferson in for Smith. Kicks it to Howard. And he banks in the layup. Howard's got 6 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Riza. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Irving can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of... Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
The pass to Howard. From deep, Harden. Now that is his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And it's Houston on the break. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jefferson kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Fires the 3. Shumpert, no good.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
From 12 feet out. Here's Mozgov. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. McDaniels is checked in for James Harden. And it's Terrian for Patrick Beverly. Cleveland also making some changes. James checked in for Jefferson. And J.R. Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
He hits the second from the line.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals. Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Pass to Brewer. He dishes it to Capella. Looking for Terry. He gets it there. The shot is off, and Cleveland will come the other way. The drive by LeBron. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Montejunas is checked in for Michael Beasley. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smith the pass to Mozgov. Love dishes to Irving. That's in there. Love with the assist. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
The dish to Montejunas. Capella kicks to McDaniels. Here's Brewer, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashion.
And as we end the third... Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Houston leading by 7. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Modi Yunus and Howard, the post pair, and it's Ariza in the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Beverly. Count that one.
Patrick Beverly.
Beverly's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Rockets. Irving attacking. He kicks it to Thompson. Smith against Harden. On the wing, James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, James missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Woo. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
It's stolen by Smith. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Shumpert slams it in.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Mark your clock right now. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Yeah, but they're still in the driver's seat right now. I'm not sure the comeback is fully on just yet. One more transition bucket, though, and it could be.
Passes it to Beverly. Can he keep it going? The shot misses. Good D by Thompson.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
That's a 2 from Smith. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Got a piece of it. Williams with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stretch for Houston.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Love check in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Williams.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Howard's shot is good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Smith outside. Pull-up jumper. Back to LeBron. Feeds it to Love. Out to Smith. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Irving's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. And it's now 22 points for James Harden.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Rockets leading by 12. And it's Beverly missing.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
And here's James outside. Cleveland the rebound. Smith for three. It's rebounded by Houston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Ball going up court. Harden can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
It's tipped. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Howard. Throws down the breakaway jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.